Hey everyone, this is Alex Spooky, and welcome back to my channel, and I hope you all have had a wonderful week, and that you all have a wonderful Halloween. I know I can't wait. And I'm sorry, I'm currently waiting to get some fast food. My girlfriend ran in to get some food, but she decided to go in order to make it easier, because these people always mess up if you don't go in. But anyways, to all the new ones that have subscribed, I want to say thank you. I know when my videos have been getting a lot of attention, I'm glad you all like it, and thank you. We all have grown to 277 of you all, and I hope we can get some more. Maybe we can make it to 300. But please subscribe if you like this video and you want to be able to keep up with me when I upload my next video. That's so it notifies you and lets you know that, hey, I uploaded another video. But in this one, it's going to be about this. I just seen, like, the weird title, and I'm like, I'm going to react to this one because it seemed kind of fishy. Like, this, apparently this woman's in love with her son. Like, what the heck? But I've seen a lot of weird titles, especially for my animations ones. Like, I have no clue what they're thinking. But let's get right on to the video. And I'm also going to mention, if you hear any noise in the background, it's because, one, there was some road work crew outside my house. And then, two, my brother did not want to turn down the TV. I had him turn it down as much as he said he wanted to. But anyways, let's get on into the video. And also, please ignore my hair and the way I look. I know I look awful, but I had been on a long road trip today. So, yay, like, I look awful. I'm going to get my hair fixed soon. And I'm sorry for this angle. Like, I just look awful. Anyways, let's get on to
little
the
brother
video.
Jack. We were a happy family and did everything together. We laughed, watched movies on Friday night, and all that kind of cheesy stuff. I was so happy, and I know my brother had a great childhood too. But apparently not everything was as great as we thought it was. You see, my dad began feeling really old when he turned 40. It was like a switch was pressed and everything changed.
Okay, first of all, everything sounds good. Like, it sounds like it's a normal family. If your dad feels old when he hits 40, that's not even that old, or at least I don't think that that's that old. I do have a parent that is 40, and to me that ain't old. But he turns old, and apparently it sounds like this guy has a midlife crisis and he does something. I mean, that's awful. Maybe he should have went and got help or something, but it just doesn't sound right when she says he turned 40 and something bad happened. I guess we're gonna see what happens, because it doesn't sound like it's gonna be very good. But I feel old, and I'm not even that old. Let's see what happens.
He got a convertible, began dressing like he was a teenager, and got a new secretary. Mom didn't like this one bit. What's worse, Dad didn't come home as often any longer. He always told us he was working late, and of course, I believed him. But Mom seemed so mad. "Why are you mad, Mommy?" Jack would ask. "Dad says he's working really hard so we can have nice things." My mom would nod and go on with whatever
I
it
think the
was.
mom has a right to be suspicious, because it's kind of weird for him to be gone all the time. But you can't just assume. But it is kind of weird. He did just hire a secretary out of nowhere, like out of the blue. I don't know if that's a normal thing. I mean, there could be nothing going on, but I guess the mom does have the right to be suspicious. You should go check in and see what he's doing. And this poor child, he has no clue. Like, this is awful. Like, it does sound like he's doing something, but I guess the mom was right with not really saying anything to him at that point, especially given, like, he's probably not that old. But, like, this dude's apparently having some kind of weird, like, thing going on. Like, that's just strange. Like, out of nowhere, I turned 40 and everything goes downhill. I feel sorry for this family. Like, especially the kids. Like, why do this to them? This is awful.
She was doing before we got Dad's call, but bit by bit she seemed to resent Dad, and this made the situation at home so tense. Well, the thing is, Dad was doing something he shouldn't have been doing. Yeah, you guessed it, that beautiful secretary he hired. Mom caught them red-handed in his office. I bet you wonder how that happened. Well, one of those nights Dad called saying he had a meeting, Mom had enough. She called one of her best friends to babysit for us and left in a hurry. Jack didn't get what was going on. He was too young to understand, but I knew what would happen. Dad wasn't exactly smart about his
Caught him
affair.
in his office. Oh my gosh, that's awful to walk in on that. Like, that's terrible. Like, man, why would you just go out in the open with this? You should have been more secret if you wanted to keep it a secret. Maybe he didn't, but this is awful to walk into his office and see this. Could you imagine? Like, this is just terrible. But this is also a My Story animation, and they get kind of crazy, but good lord, that's terrible. Like, that's awful. Let's see what happens. I wouldn't have went off. I would have been like tearing them off each other or something.
The next thing we knew, Mom was throwing Dad's clothes out the window and selling his golf clubs for a bargain. Dad was so embarrassed, but in the end, he moved out and got a place with his secretary. Mom doesn't allow us to go there, obviously, and Dad's too focused on his new girlfriend to care. It's messed up. The thing is, my mom was super depressed for a long while. I hated seeing her that way. Every time Dad came to pick us up, Mom got upset. So I began refusing to go downstairs whenever he was...
That is real quick. Like, he just moves out the secretary and just leaves the kids. That's awful. Like, that's terrible. But, I mean, one, I know she's mad at him, but she can't really deny, like, the kids going and seeing him if they want to see him. Like, that's awful. You shouldn't do that. But if the kids don't want to see him, I get it. But I get her being mad because it was his secretary, and that's terrible. Like, that's completely awful. Like, I would be giving him peace of my mind, but, like... That's terrible. Like, that's awful. Like, why? Why did they do that? But, of course, he moves out with the secretary. Does the secretary have a name? Apparently not in this My Animation story. She's nameless. Let's just call her Deborah. I don't know. So he moves out with Deborah and leaves the children. That's terrible.
Around. And since I didn't sleep at his new place, that meant I barely saw my father any longer. But after a year went by, Mom began slowly opening up.
Good for her mom for opening up again. Good for her mom for seeing other men. She should. She should. But that is terrible. Like, bye kids, I don't need you. I need Deborah and Deborah only. That's terrible. I don't know, this one's just crazy. But at least the mom started opening up again, I guess. That's good. And at least things started going back to normal. I wonder if the kid's probably seen the father. Probably not. And since she just said she never really seen her father or anything, like... Whatever, I guess. Have to add. I guess he thought getting this new girl is gonna make him feel younger. I don't know, but that's kind of weird. Especially if this girl's, like, super young. Like, why? I mean, whatever makes him happy, but you didn't have to leave your kids out. Like, man, that's not the right thing to do.
She met this guy at the library. A super sweet and smart man. He was older than Mom and was divorced just like she was. At first, they only got coffee once in a while, but bit by bit, she seemed to grow to like him.
Ooh, it sounds good. Like, this guy sounds good. Like, it actually sounds like he's gonna be good for her family. Like, this one sounds good. Even though he's, like, way older than her. Maybe he's got money. Maybe that's why. I'm just kidding. But maybe that's why. He hit it off with the kids. That's good. Good, she found herself somebody. At least she did. But this all just seems so quick. Like, super quick. But, I mean, at least she found her somebody. And the kids like him, so that's good. But I'm feeling he has somebody. And, you know, that's going to be someone to financially support him. When we support her and her family.
His name was Adam, and he really seemed to care about my mom. When my brother and I got to meet him, we hit it out right away. He was so sweet and loved books, so we spoke about that for a long time. He also enjoyed soccer, which won Jack over so fast. Anyway, I was happy my mom was dating again. That was until we got to meet Adam's son, Eric. Oh, Eric. He was the meanest, most annoying, and entitled brat I ever had to endure. He was about 21 and thought his dad still had to pay for everything. Eric still lived at home and clearly wasn't planning on moving out. I didn't like him one bit.
One, it sounds like his dad should have kicked him out and said that you need to start paying me rent if he doesn't kick him out, so you need to start owing me rent for living with me since you're 21. And two, if you want me to pay for your clothes, I guess give him some tasks or something, or, you know, tell me to start paying you rent and stuff, and pay you back for some of his clothes, and tell me he needs to get a job, and just cut him off. I mean, if he's acting like an arrogant butthole, there's no point in keeping him, like, obviously. And his dad's not doing anything for him, by providing for him and letting him do whatever. I can't speak today. But just letting him do whatever. Like, that's not going to do anything. And apparently his dad's never told him no in his whole entire life. So, of course, he's going to, you know, keep doing all this stuff. And he sounds really arrogant. I'm sorry. I'd be telling his son off, even if he didn't like it. And it's awful for these kids because their moms met this nice man. And, of course, you're not going to want to say anything. Their mom's going to sugar daddy. He rich. I'm just kidding. But, like, he can't get out. Like, they're not going to say anything. Because they don't want to do that to their mom, especially since the last incident with their dad, and she's finally happy. Comment down below what you all would do. I'm sorry, I'd be telling this boy off. Like, I'd be telling him, like, I'd go off on him. Like, this is just terrible. He sounds awful.
Their mouth shut and ignored him. The thing is, it didn't take long for Adam to propose to Mom. And much to my horror, she said yes. I would have been happy to have Adam as my stepdad had it not been for his son from hell. Eric was the kind of guy who thought he owned everything in a room. Of lunch, grabbed the remote control right off my hands, and kept my little brother from playing to his PlayStation. He was always bragging about all the dates he had and how expensive his clothes were.
For one, I would have been slapping the controller back out of his hand or taking it away. And two, I wouldn't be letting him step all over me and take my brother's video games. I'd be like, one, it's different from if you take it from me. But for my brother, I would be stepping up and not letting him do it. Like, I'd be standing up to him. I'd be like, you're a 20-year-old man picking on a little child. There's something wrong with you. You need to get help. Like, I just wouldn't let him walk all over me and my brother. I'm sorry. Like, if you want one so bad, go ask your dad. I'm pretty sure he'd give you one. Like, it's sad that he's picking on a little kid. Comment down below what you all would do in this situation. If you had an Eric, what would you do? I'm sorry. I would not just be letting him do whatever he wanted. Like, no. I would not be letting him do whatever he wanted. I'd be standing up for myself because I'm sorry. He's a 20-year-old man. That's not right.
His dad was the one who paid for everything because he didn't want to work. So why did he feel proud of wearing designer shirts and pants? He also thought he was so good looking and flirted with every single woman he saw. We would be at a restaurant and he'd embarrass us by asking the waitress out. And when she said no, he kept insisting, making it super awkward. So knowing that I'd be sharing a house with him 24/7 seemed like a nightmare. I tried to talk to my mom about it, but she wouldn't listen. Eric's your brother now, so you have to get to like him, she told me. I was baffled. What's worse, Mom always seemed to take Eric's side.
She's taking his side. What is wrong with this woman? Like, there's nothing, I don't see nothing appealing about this dude. It just sounds like there's something fishy going on here, especially if she's going to spit out that line. Like, there's something going on here. I'm sorry. Your own child, you're going to ignore what she's telling you over him. And he's a show-off. Like, he said, he flirts with everybody. Even when someone rejects him, like, I don't blame that girl for rejecting him. She can find somebody else. She can find herself a different man. She don't need him. There's, like, nothing to miss with him. I'm sorry, I'm tapping my hand on the table. But there's, like, nothing to miss with him. He's not a big catch. Like, I don't blame that girl for rejecting him. He's awful.
She really liked him and laughed at all his silly jokes. I guess she just wanted her fiancé's son to accept her into the family, but I still didn't like it one bit. Even though I hated our new living arrangements, Mom seemed so happy that I decided it was best to just go with it. She had been so miserable since Dad cheated, and she deserved a chance to be with a man who really appreciated her. The problem was...
But anyways, especially the single. Anyways. See, that's what I said. The daughter ain't gonna want to say anything because she didn't want to hurt her mom's feelings. I'm sorry. At this point, I'd be like, I'm fed up. I would tell her, I get you to want to go live with your dad. I'd rather live with my dad than be here. Or I'd rather go live by myself. I'm sorry. I'd be like, I cannot stand this. I'm getting emancipated. Goodbye. Like, this is awful. But I feel like there's something fishy going on between the mom and him because she's acting a little too coy with him and a little too nice. But I just don't see, like, anything that's attractive about him except for he's young. That may be the only reason, but that's just... Still, yeah, that's still messed up.
Adam was a really busy businessman. I know what you're thinking. He must have cheated on my mom too, right? Wrong. Adam was the sweetest guy. He'd never do anything of the sort to my mother. He truly did love her. It was my mom who messed everything up. You see...
All the time. She can use that excuse. He's gone all the time. Like, woman, you put your kids through this. You made them live with this. They live with this demon child. And you don't care. Oh, this demon adult. Like, that's terrible. And this man's working. He's not cheating on you. He's cheating decent. I mean, I understand if he's working all the time, but you should have just told him, hey, you're working. I need attention. Like, but of course, this being a my anime. Of course. Of course. You went and got yourself a man, and now you're after his set. Like, that's not messed up at all.
Adam had to leave for a long business trip and would be out of the country for 3 whole months. At first, everything seemed normal, but after a few days, Mom began asking me to babysit Jack more and more often. She'd come home late, accompanied by Eric. I didn't understand what was going on at first, but soon I managed to put 2 and 2 together. They were so close and always laughed and chatted like they were best friends.
I'm sorry. I'm gonna start confronting her. 1, where are you going? 2, why am I having to watch him all the time? Like, I'm here with him all the time. 3, why are you always with Eric and I'm always with my brother? I'm sorry, I'd confront them. Like, this is just too obvious.
It was odd, especially the way he hugged her. I tried to convince myself that it was all in my mind. Surely I was just seeing things because I didn't like Eric. I just wanted another excuse to hate him. One night, though, I went out with my best friends. We were watching this silly movie at the theater when I noticed a couple of few rows down were making out. My friends and I began laughing at how lame they were until I realized it was my mom.
It was your mom. Like, that's terrible. One, why would... I'm sorry. Your mom should have thought she shouldn't be going out in public with him. I mean, obviously someone's going to run into you, to her, especially your children. Why? Why do this? And that's just horrible for her own daughter to find her. And that's going to be even more embarrassing because that's your mom and her friends are there. Like, that really had to be embarrassing. That's terrible. Like, what the hell? I'd be like, Mom, what do you... Like, I'm sorry. I would either, one, act like I didn't know her, two, confront her and make her feel really embarrassed. Like, I'm sorry. I would have been saying something. Good Lord.
Smooching with her stepson, Eric. I was so shocked, and they didn't even notice I was there. Oh my God, how could my mother be doing something like that? Adam was a great husband, and she took really good care of all of us. He truly cared about my mom, and she was not only cheating, but messing around with his son. It was so icky.
That is icky. I really do not blame her. Like, that's disgusting. Like, that's your stepbrother, and he's, like, demoned, and you've not been wanting to tell your mom that you're living with him. Now she's in love with him. Like, that's even worse. I'm sorry. I'd go tell the dad about it. Maybe you should go be with him. I'm just kidding. But that's terrible. Like, I'm sorry. I would just confront them both. I'd be mad. I'd freaking go live with the dad and secretary at this point. Like, you'd have better odds with him. Like, this is just terrible.
I wanted to confront my mom, but didn't know how to do it. So I kept putting it off, always finding an excuse not to do it. The day I finally decided I need to tell my mom to put a stop to her affair, something unexpected happened. Mom fainted while cooking dinner. I was so worried, believe me, and immediately called an ambulance. Mom was rushed to the ER, and I wondered if I was going to lose her forever. I was so scared.
She's about to go give her a piece of her mind. Her mom just falls over. Just complete goodbye, adios, like, gone. I don't blame her for being scared. Sorry, my nose itches. But I don't blame her for being scared. Like, your mom just passes out, and you're about to tell her something mean, and you're like, oh my God, I was about to say something terrible to you, and you may be dead. This might have been the last thing I would have ever said to you. That's terrible. That's awful.
When the doctor examined her, though, she told us that she wasn't sick at all. In fact, he had great news. She was pregnant. I couldn't believe it. The doctor said she was about 2 months along, and my mom stared at me the minute we were alone. I'm 3 months along, darling, she lied, but I had heard the truth only seconds before. The doctor must have gotten the dates wrong. Oh no, I couldn't believe it. This wasn't Adam's child. She had gotten pregnant by Eric. My stepdad rushed home when he heard about Mom being in the hospital, and he was so happy about the child.
I don't even know what to say. Like, that's just screwed up. Like, you hate this person. Your mom had a kid with them. And this kid don't even know how to be an adult. Like, he's 21, don't know how to be an adult. Your mom already had a kid with him. That would make him your half-brother. And he's awful. He's an awful person. You hate him. Oh my God. I should have better odds with the dad. I'm sorry. I'd be giving her a piece of my mind at this point. And I would have just told the other guy and got it over with. I'd be like, you know what? Adopt me up your child.
Going to have. He was so in love with my mom, and it completely broke my heart. How could she do that to him when she knew exactly how it felt to be cheated on? I'm now so confused and honestly don't know what to do. I
moved out and took my chances with my dad and his secretary, to be honest. I'd go ahead and tell my mom, then I would just leave because that's just messed up. One, you don't want the demon to be your brother. You let alone don't even the second one you want him to be your father. Like, it's just screwed up. But thank you all for watching this video, and I hope to see you all in the next one. And, I mean, even comment down below or make suggestions to any of my animated ones that you want me to react to. Like, leave them down in the comments, and I wouldn't care to go check them out. Or if there's any other videos you would like for me to do or even check them out to react, just comment down below, and I wouldn't care to look at them or react to them. Just let me all know what you guys want to do, and please leave a like on this video if you all enjoyed it, or let me know what you all thought of it. I really do enjoy reading you all's comments. But thank you all for watching this video, and again, thank you all to the new subscribers, and please subscribe if you want to see more of my videos and be able to keep up with me when I upload. But thank you all for watching, and I hope to see you all some other time, and hope you all have a good Halloween. Sorry, I've been serving that mom some emancipation papers or something. I'd be like, bye, I'm living on my own. I just wanted to add that in because I forgot. Let me know if you all get emancipated or go take your chances with your dad and the secretary. Like, just comment down below what you would do. And two, I was wanting to mention that if you want to go watch the video by yourself without me reacting to it, the video is going to be linked down below so you can watch it from beginning to end on your own. And you can just see what you think of it. But again, thank you all for watching this and hope you all have a happy Halloween. And don't forget to subscribe and like this video. And I hope to see you all in the future. Goodbye. I mean, my next video. I can't talk today. I'm sorry. I'm just like really tired again. Like I've had no sleep. I've been on the road for 2 days. But I hope you all have a wonderful Halloween. Bye. And I get to see you all in my next video.